getting some breaking news. Our National Conference leader, in fact, Chief Farooq Abdullah's sister, Suraiya, and daughter, Safiya, were detained during a protest against the abrogation or the scrapping of Article 370 or Jammu and Kashmir's special status. However, they were then released. Farooq Abdullah's sister and daughter were leading a group of women activists when they were detained. Right, so those are the pictures there, in fact, of the kin of Farooq Abdullah, his sister and his daughter, who were part of a group of women, largely, in fact, women activists, largely, who were protesting in Srinagar, and they were then detained by the police, but have now been released. Right, those are the pictures there from the protests that took place in Srinagar just a short while ago. In fact, the Jammu and Kashmir police, in fact, first detained them and then released them. My colleague Mir Farid is now joining us on the phone line to try and help us understand what this protest was actually for, what was the point they were trying to make, and why the police arrested them. Farid?
Well, they were detained in Lal Chowk early morning. These women, 10 to 15 of them had come out, and they were, at least 3 of them, were close relatives of Farooq Abdullah, including his sister. So they had come out. They were basically a civil society protest, you can call it, and they were demanding that these political leaders, especially Abdullah and others, should be released, and then all the curbs and the restrictions that have been imposed in the Kashmir Valley, be it communication or otherwise, or any kind of steps that they have taken, the government of India, they should be revoked. And pre-5th of August situation should prevail. So they were protesting, and this was a rare occurrence because post the abrogation of 35 and 370, we've not seen any such protest being allowed by the police, because most of the catalysts and the people who do such protests have either been rounded up under preventive detention or picked up. But these obviously were women, and as I said, sister of Farooq Abdullah was also part of the protest. They were carrying placards, banners, basically trying to put across this message that this is something that is not acceptable to the people of Kashmir, and these curbs should be lifted. They are undemocratic. The police detained them. As you could be seeing in the visuals, they were detained and taken away. Now we've been told that they have been released. But it was basically a preventive detention, and as I said, police and the authorities have not allowed any kind of dissent or protest against 370 in the Kashmir Valley, and probably this was first such a protest that we've seen of the civil society, but immediately they were whisked away in police vehicles, and since this happened in the morning, so we've been told that now they have been already released.
Thanks, Farid, for joining us.